Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little different. We don't have a movie to go off of. We don't really technically even have a theme, but we're going to go for it. So, Jake.
Yeah.
I would like to talk to you about what is your definition of horror and what makes a horror movie a horror movie?
That's a good question. I feel like a horror movie is something, it's a movie obviously, that the basis behind it is to invoke fear.
So, under your definition of a horror film,
Yeah.
as long as it scares somebody, it's a horror film.
Within a reason. I mean, if you're scared of like butterflies, and that's not a horror movie. What I mean is, the movie based on the trailer, the plot is to invoke fear. Yeah.
So you're saying like the director's intent is with fear.
Yeah. So like Jaws, for example. Some people may not view that as a horror movie.
I do not.
But the trailers, the movie itself, the reason is to invoke fear of going into the water.
Under that idea or pretense, if you will, would Twister be considered a horror film?
No, I feel like Twister's not a horror movie.
Why not? Tornadoes are pretty fucking scary.
Yeah, it's a natural disaster.
Yeah, a shark's a shark. It's a natural animal.
Okay, well, as we have discussed before, sharks don't really kill that many people per year worldwide.
And the Twister and Twister was like a really, really big, crazy twister.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Okay. So you've seen that movie, The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah, about the 2012 storms.
Yeah, is that a horror film?
Under your idea of horror, it could definitely be considered one.
That movie isn't to invoke fear, though.
In a sense, it's scary.
Scary to you.
Hey, it still can be considered.
I'm not afraid
to a lot of people.
of the end of the world. All right.
That's you, and some people aren't afraid of sharks.
Okay, some people aren't afraid of clowns. Is it not a horror movie?
That's different.
How's that different?
Because it's not like an uncle clown. It's like it eats kids.
Yeah, but it's portrayed as a clown.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entire movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like the original miniseries.
Yeah.
From 1990. Not to mention the year I was born.
Yeah, guys.
1990.
This is a birthday episode for Jake.
So Thursday, when it comes out, when you're watching it, it'll be my birthday.
Yeah. So.
In other words, it's all about me this episode.
Let's do it then, man. I'm vibing with that idea. What is your favorite movie that came out, movie or series, I guess in this instance, that came out in your birth year?
I have two.
Okay.
So one is actually three. One, Misery.
Ooh, the Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah, great movie.
Is that a horror film?
Yeah.
Not a psychological thriller?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
Do you think it is?
No, it's horror.
Okay, there we go.
Psychological thriller.
Now we're on the right track now.
It's your birthday. I'll be nice to you this episode.
Two would be It.
The miniseries from 1990 with Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Gotta love it. Three may or may not be considered horror. To me, it is. Tremors.
Ooh. Tremors is horror to me. Do you know why?
Why?
Because that worm doesn't truly exist.
So
it's like this weird. I don't know why.
It's a graboid, by the way. But go ahead.
It's a what's it called?
A graboid.
That's the name of the worm?
Yeah.
A graboid?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
What else is cool about Tremors in horror?
Well, to me, it's got Kevin Bacon in it.
The birthday boy gets his actor from Friday the 13th Part 1.
And if you're listening, Kevin Bacon.
Hey, Kevin Bacon.
At any time you want to come back to horror,
please do.
Do it.
You know, Kevin Bacon didn't necessarily come back to horror, but he came back to he came to serial killers in a TV series. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Okay.
Yep, nope.
Well, I know they...
It was really, really good. Kevin Bacon did a hell of a job.
Yeah, he did. So I know if there was a role that he said he wanted to ever come back to and play again, it was his character in Drummers.
Really?
Yeah. So then they shot a pilot episode for a new series on Sci-Fi,
Oh God.
which is known for their terrible
But I love him.
series.
I do. I love him.
But that didn't get picked up for some reason.
With Kevin Bacon at the helm?
Yeah.
That's great. So, let me get this right. The TV channel that comes out with Lake Placid 45 that is like mutant alligators.
Yeah.
And they won't pick up a Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
He probably costs too much.
So you know what? We want no parts of
He
this.
probably costs too much.
You think so?
Yeah. That's got to be it.
I mean, I guess.
So, Misery. Psychological. Thriller. I don't dub that one horror.
You did 2 minutes ago.
No, I was just messing with you. It was your birthday. It's your birthday, man. I kind of want to hear your argument on Misery.
On why it's a horror movie?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
that's kind of
Okay.
the
Number one
unofficial
reason
theme.
invokes fear.
Okay. So does Twister. Twister. I'm terrified of tornadoes, dude. I think Twister should be in the horror community.
Okay, see, to me, it's not horror. To me, because you can't. It's almost like picking and choosing people's fears that you want to touch on.
Yeah, that's true. But then there's like arachnophobia and eight-legged freaks.
Speaking of which, Arachnophobia, 1990.
No way.
Yeah.
That is insane. You're kidding.
Yeah, no, really it is. Yeah.
That wasn't one of your ones you wanted to mention?
No. I'm not a fan of, one, spiders,
That's why the movie should scare you.
or two, I'm not afraid of them. I don't feel like,
You just don't dig them.
there's nothing, like vampires, nothing for me. Werewolves, nothing for me. But mummies, ooh,
What?
I love it. I love
See, I love a good old vampire flick. Navarasu, I think that's how it's pronounced. Changed my life on the idea of what horror can truly do.
How so?
Man, we're all over the place. Because it's silent. There's no words in this movie.
Okay.
You read, obviously, but it was scary. And I thought that was cool because it came out in like the 20s, 30s,
Sure.
something like that. But yeah, I dig vampires, and I really, 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 really appreciate Navarasu.
Okay.
Navarastu, or however you pronounce it.
Yeah, when I think of that movie, I always think of Salem's Lot.
Because of the character?
Yeah, they look.
They're identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, a good movie.
Salem's Lot?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
We're gonna have to add that to the list.
Yeah.
Oh. That's another Stephen King one, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is your theory then everything that Stephen King did a horror film?
No. No. 'Cause obviously, he did The Green Mile.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shawshank Redemption. They're Stephen King books.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Which obviously not scary in any kind of way.
Yeah.
And don't invoke fear. So.
Misery. Go back to Misery for me. So
Okay.
I sidetracked you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You think it's horror because it's invoking the fear of an obsessed fan?
Yeah. So there are psychological aspects.
Definitely. I mean, there's doctors or The Shining and Doctor Sleep, big psychological, but still under the horror umbrella.
Yeah. So there's a movie called The Fanatic with
Oh, is that new one with John Travolta?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you saw that?
and the dude from Final Destination. Was it Sawa? I think his name is.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that.
was it good?
Not very good, but
Is it horror? Horror?
I mean, to me, yeah. Well, it has. So the good thing about horror is it can have two different genres attached to us. It can be like Shaun of the Dead, like a horror comedy,
Big emphasis on comedy.
but also horror though. The zombies.
No, I'm agreeing with you. It's
Yeah.
just, I think it's proper to put horror comedy.
Yeah,
In that-
horror is just it's a big umbrella.
Yeah.
I feel like there are some people who are too strict with what horror is and isn't. Yeah, you're definitely one of them. Yeah.
Of all things for me to be strict about, Mr. Plot Hole Finder over here always surprises me with his allowances.
When I watch horror movies, I'm not watching them for deep plots.
Sometimes, but not always.
When? When do you watch a horror movie for an in-depth plot? Please name the movie.
The Shining's the only one.
You know what to expect. You expect
do.
1, some kills.
Yep.
2, just a good time. Just watch, just enjoying it. 3, allowing yourself to be lost in the movie, in the plot, getting tied to the actors. Even if it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
Like me watch Bad Candy.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I mean, it wasn't the best movie.
I can still watch it.
Still watch it. And the point of the movie is to invoke fear.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the interesting thing about Jake, obviously we're good buddies, but do you actually get scared in horror films? I've been to like the best theater in our area with the best sound system.
Yeah.
And this dude doesn't budge.
I don't.
I just
sit there.
as stoic as he is on these episodes, he's just as stoic watching like jump scares.
Yeah.
Like I jump. He can attest to this.
Yeah, he does. He definitely jumps.
I jump, man. Like I'm not as bad as some people out there, but I definitely like when I get scared, I physically like freak out. So like a guy at my work was saying that horror fans are adrenaline junkies who need that. Yeah. Like the jump scares.
So I've heard that too. When I was younger, that was true.
But yeah, so all right, so that's where I'm going. So you're now an adult male who still obviously he's part of the Jay Squared Horror Podcast.
Yeah.
He's got years and years of dedication to this genre in particular. I still watch horror films to be scared. Like I do. Like the Paranormal Activity when it first came out scared the shit out of me. I mean beautiful. I loved it. It scared me. Jumped.
Okay.
My brother can attest to that too.
Okay.
So
So
like what is it? You don't like it for the plot? Are you just addicted to seeing people get killed on screen?
I think I am. That's why I left Friday the 13th. I don't watch for the plot. I don't watch it for the acting. I mean, my favorite movie from the franchise is Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, where they're in New York for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I love that movie. For 2 reasons. One, I was a kid watching it. Almost made the cut. I think it was made in 89, almost 90, but whatever. Point is, as a kid, it was something different.
Yeah.
It wasn't Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
It wasn't him confined to one place. Mm-hmm. You think he's going to be walking all over Times Square doing different things. He didn't do it. But the idea was new and exciting to me. So the last time I was actually scared.
Yes. Thank you. That was my next question.
Watching something, I think I was maybe 8 or 9 years old. So I got 2 stories. First one, I was watching Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
My favorite shows growing up. Anyway, the show was ending, and the Crypt Keeper got close up to the screen, and he started to tap on it, and he said, "Next, I may be coming for you." That scared the shit out of me. I remember jumping up and running into the den with my parents and just crying and seeing the Crypt Keeper was coming for me. It freaked me out. Prior to that, so I've only been to Busch Gardens.
Like Hollow Scream?
No.
What?
I've been to Busch Gardens once in my entire life.
You're kidding.
No.
All right. That'll be for outside the podcast, dog.
Now, I think at that point, I was maybe 6. Mm-hmm. My sister was like 2. So, yeah, my 6 years old. Maybe 7. We were seeing something like 3D, something like a theater.
Was it the Irish one?
No.
Okay.
It involved a witch of some sort.
Ooh.
And the witch came out of the screen. Mm-hmm. And I remember I hopped up and ran out the theater. And my dad, who was scared of clowns, by the way, hopped up after me. My mom hopped up after him. And he ran out after me. And I have not gone back since.
To the entire park?
Yeah. Fuck Busch Gardens.
What?
Yeah. That shit traumatized me. I know it sounds crazy.
That sounds insane for a guy that isn't scared of anything on screen or like when people are paid money to make you jump.
Yeah.
This dude's a sitting rock. Like he is just.
Yeah, those 2 instances in my life. No.
But you can still watch Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Is that what's called?
You know what's so crazy is I've seen every episode of that series. All the way through. And I've never seen that episode again with that ending.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So either
anybody that's like super nerdy like we are, if you guys can find this episode and like share it, DM us on Instagram, whatever you can do, to all of our deep nerds out there, please find this for him, because if not, it was just a bad dream and we might need to contact a therapist.
Yeah, it was a bad dream. 4 in the afternoon. Sure, yeah.
No, if you guys can find it, that'd be awesome. I would love to do like a video of him watching it again or something of that nature. That'd be cool.
I'm an adult now, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
I don't know, man. I haven't been able to watch The Exorcist again.
Really?
Nah, 6 years old. Watched it with my dad. He told me not to. It scared the living shit out of me. I didn't watch horror movies until I was 13. So you have all these cute stories about being like a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old. Nah, dude, I gave up. I didn't even try horror until I was like preteen.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, no. I get legitimately scared. Like you take me to a haunted like house, I'm jumping, I'm scaring, I'm hiding like behind a 5'2" female. Like I don't care.
So do you like haunted houses?
I do, because I like that adrenaline. Like I like being scared. It's something I'm addicted to. Like I've ghost hunted before, which is like some real spooky shit. If you've ever done it and anything's ever happened, we'll dive into that on another episode, like a paranormal episode of some sort.
We can do that.
Busch Gardens has this thing called Hollow Scream. Where like different actors and actresses will hide throughout the park and kind of scare you. It gets me every time. They have like clowns with chainsaws and shit sometimes. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, that stuff does nothing for me. Like, we have the Hunt Club thing around here.
Yeah, we talked about it in the Bad Candy episode.
I'm sitting on that hayride.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Dude, so hayride, I'm like 11-ish. And it was a neighbor of mine, he was a buddy of mine's birthday, and we're like, oh my god, we're going to Hunt Club, and I had to act like I was brave enough to go. I told you I was 12 or 13 before I got back into horror films, guys. So I'm like, yeah, guys, let's do it. The whole time I'm sweating bullets, I'm pale, and we get out there, and we get on the hayride, and it's scary, you know. There's like crazy shit happening in the woods. They do it very well, but then I remember this old lady that looked like a witch jumped behind, like on the side of the hayride, and I thought they weren't allowed to touch you. I thought that was like a law.
Okay.
I found out at the club that's not true. She was poking me with her little witch stick.
Sure.
I haven't been back. And that's not even that scary, but like the actress that did that, like the look in her eyes was like she would sacrifice me to Lucifer himself. And I was terrified, man, but I had to keep my cool because I had a bunch of friends around.
Yeah, well, she had to sell it.
She sold the shit out of it. If you're ever lady that was dressed as a witch back in like 2004, I don't even know. Yeah, dude, it scared the shit out of me. It's so, it's interesting that, I've met through conventions and through this podcast fans and you, my friend, there's so many different levels of fandom in the horror community. Like, we are complete opposites.
We are.
I don't know how we get along. I don't know how we can talk about shit for as long as we can. But it's really cool because I think it brings the different levels of horror. And I think that ultimately gives you the ammunition in like what you consider horror and what I don't.
Yeah.
Because like I'm addicted to the jumps and the scares. So like if I don't always get that, like Jaws has it. Don't get me wrong. Like was it Spielberg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what, like for me, I don't care about that. It won't scare me anyway.
Yeah.
It's just, I've always watched them. I love watching them. Like, I can sit and watch horror movies literally all day.
I mean, I can too now.
All day.
But there are certain ones that I know I can't watch at night with the lights off.
You remember the show Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
As a kid, I loved that show.
Of course you're a little demented ass would.
And there's one episode that has always stuck out to me. And I haven't watched that show in over 20 years, obviously. I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's like a joker or a jester with, he's wearing like yellow and blue, and he smiles the entire time. And he's like blue liquid dripping from his mouth. So good. That stuck in my head for a very long time as well. Didn't scare me, but it stuck in my head. So like Friday the 13th, his build, his size, the hockey mask, it's ingrained in my head forever.
Yeah.
So I love it. So when I met Kane Hodder,
Yeah, that was an experience.
dude, I mean, I sweat a lot in general, but when he looked at us,
He looked in our direction. We both just immediately
I started to
pouring
pour sweat immediately. Hands were moist. Didn't know what to say to him.
Yeah.
Loved it though.
Yeah.
Loved it.
You know, I really don't know why you enjoy horror films if you don't get scared.
Well,
Like, do you feel it at all? Like, do you just not react? Or do you legitimately, like, nothing?
well, I feel it. Obviously, I'm not a robot, guys. I mean, I do feel things, but
Are we sure, guys?
but it's not enough to give a verbal or physical reaction to it.
Okay, but you still do feel, like, somewhat frightened.
At times, yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't say frightened per se, but I don't know. I feel something, maybe excitement. Who knows?
Yeah, it's an adrenaline feeling, I guess. Like
To an extent.
some form of an adrenaline high.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I watched it with my mom growing up. My mom loved horror movies.
Yeah.
So I watched them with her. I think I associate that with my mom as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So the two just coincide and I love it.
Yeah, I have a cousin that is a regular listener to our podcast named Josh as well.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. We appreciate the support and the love you send to us every single week.
Always.
And I remember growing up and seeing, I called him the cool cousin. You know what I mean? Because he was like into the dopest shit.
Yeah.
And horror was a big part of who he is. Still to this day, a big part of who he is.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, to me, you know, Josh, stop being such a bitch, dude. Like, fuck, get over your fear of these movies, man, and like be as cool as him.
Yeah.
And then now, as adults, like, you know, we've seen each other at family reunions and stuff, but we're able to just talk and experience horror and thanks to him, honestly, I didn't mention it in episode 1 because I was so nervous about starting a podcast, but a big part of why I'm into horror is because of him. I mean, you have your mom. I have my cousin Josh. Like, he is the epitome of a horror fan.
Good.
That, like, shits on me daily about just his knowledge and not being... He's kind of like you, doesn't get scared of anything. And here I am at 30 years old, and the screen pops out behind a building, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, it's ridiculous, but I love it at the same time.
So I guess, okay, so since horror is a big part of your life,
It's huge now.
so as far as, like, say, a girlfriend,
Yeah.
you want her to be into horror too or no?
I would like an appreciation for it. A lot of times it seems like girls immediately associate horror with just being scared, or it's just like too gory or too many, you know, too sexualized or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I would appreciate if they're willing
Yeah.
to be into horror because it is such a big part of my life.
Yeah.
But like, it's, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a deal breaker in the past, but
A deal breaker?
yeah, man, it's just like, I don't know, common interests, kind of like passions and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just way to put me on the spot, buddy. Damn, I thought I was supposed to ask questions.
We are asking the hard-hitting questions right now.
We are diving deep into the J Squared horror, guys. Yeah, ultimately, I would like a lady in a romantic setting to at least be willing and be interested in some capacity of horror.
Okay, cool.
October's a big month for me, man.
It's for me as well. My daughter's born on Halloween.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was meant to be from the jump. So she's super into horror too.
Yeah.
I passed it from my mom on to her. She watches and listens to the podcast.
Yeah, my nephew Braden, he's a big fan of ours, but it's because he doesn't have to watch the movies in order to learn about horror. I'm trying to find a movie. If you guys in the comment section want to let us know, what's a good intro movie for this kid? You got any ideas? Because like we tried It. Nope.
Well, which one? The new one or the original one?
Both.
It didn't work out?
No, he screamed and ran into his room.
What?
He's scared. He was 8 at the time.
It's a clown. You're good.
No, dude, it's terrifying for certain. Like me, like when I was that age, I can't blame him because like who am I to judge an 8-year-old for being scared of movies because I wouldn't watch them either.
I would judge him.
Scream scared me when it came out. Terrified me to my core.
Scream what?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you mean?
The movies scared me as a kid.
That does not compute to me.
Yes, dude, terrified me. I don't remember which one it was in, but there's a part where like her mom was in a bloody body bag and she either walked past the window or outside the house of some. I couldn't look out a window until I was like 22 at night.
I think
it's part 2, maybe 3.
Either way, dude.
Don't judge. Hey, judge-free zone here, guys.
No, it's not. It's not judge-free zone.
I was a kid.
How old were you?
I don't remember. We're the same age when Scream came out.
So you saw when it came out?
I mean, no, when it was like VHS or DVD.
Were you older than 14?
No.
Okay.
Because when did the original Scream come out?
96, I think?
Yeah, okay. I was born in 1991.
Okay.
So that would make me 5.
Yeah, you saw it at 5 years old?
No, I'm saying I saw it probably at like 8 or 9, which is the same age as my nephew when we were trying to get him into horror.
So you saw it in 2000?
I think Scream would be a good one for him.
Okay. So you probably saw part 2 or 3 in what?
I was like 10 or 11.
Okay.
I was scared. I was terrified. I ain't scared to admit it. I am who I am. Okay. I get scared. I still get scared. Like I just admitted to Paranormal Activity. My brother put that on, and I was a grown ass man, and I was like, dude, I gotta sleep with the light on tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, man, it's bedtime, 4:00.
Horror for me is a huge part of my life. I mean, obviously, we do a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decently big part. We spend a shit ton of money on shirts, pens, hats, merch. We go to conventions now, which is really expensive.
Yeah.
But it's huge, and it's an ever growing, ever building community of the dopest individuals.
Yeah, so I saw something. Someone had like a horror themed wedding.
What? Now, see, that's the boo thing. Hey,
okay, now
anybody out there that wants a horror themed wedding?
No, that's a bit much.
What?
It's a bit
How
much.
Is that much?
It's too much.
You literally just said you dedicated years and years of your life to a podcast, or not to a podcast. Now it kind of works out that way.
Yeah,
but
well, let's say mentally to a podcast.
Mentally to a podcast to prepare for this. Yeah. But you wouldn't, like, imagine this, bro. You're walking down the aisle, and you're fucking Jasoned out, bro. Then you pop that thing off and say your I do's. That would be dope as shit.
Okay.
The ring bearers just throwing out, like, decapitated heads. Like,
I mean, that does sound pretty good,
That sound dope, man. Maybe I should be like a horror movie wedding coordinator. Like, that was good idea.
That was pretty good. I feel like the time it would take to meet someone who's that into horror, who would do that, would take your entire lifetime.
Probably. We've dedicated our lives to just film.
You'll be 60 years old. You'll meet someone to get married.
Hey, honey, you want to go down the aisle to Jason Voorhees?
To this 80-year-old movie.
It's like, what'd you walk down the aisle to? Oh, the Halloween intro. Thanks. Rob Zombie was our or what's it? Priest?
Don't have him there.
Rob Zombie?
Yeah.
I love that dude.
Those movies fucking suck.
What?
Those movies suck.
All of Rob Zombie's movies?
Halloween movies.
No. Oh, no. I was just saying Rob Zombie in general.
Okay,
he's a really cool dude.
As long as nothing is associated with
first
Halloween,
his
we're good.
First rendition was okay. I give it an okay, not a good.
I give it a terrible.
We're not rating movies this episode. We're taking a break from that.
It's too much backstory, but we'll keep going.
Oh God, it wasn't even any fan service, and this guy still complains.
Yeah, it's too much backstory though.
Oh my God, there's no pleasing.
I don't need Michael Myers as a kid.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, of course you would.
I'm a big Michael Myers fan.
Yeah.
How many horror tattoos do you have, buddy?
Let's see.
0.
I have 0.
The fact that you fake counted is a
I fake counted. I have 0.
I only have 4, so it's okay. 5.
Well,
technically. 6.
if you had 1,
I have 6.
it's still more than me.
I have 6.
So it wouldn't matter.
It's okay because eventually, when this thing gets big enough, we'll do like a million fans. Jake has to get a J Squared horror tattoo.
Yeah.
Or how about this? Let's hit 100 subscribers and Jake has to get a tattoo.
Yeah, we're almost there. If you do it,
we're almost to halfway.
I'll get it. Let's see how committed you guys are.
Yeah. You want to see this guy inked up with a bunch of dope horror tattoos?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
I'll do it. I love horror. I'll do anything for it.
All right. When we hit 1 million, face tat.
I'm sorry?
You said you were dedicated to it, man. Let's see it.
Okay, fine. We get 1 million subscribers.
1 million subscribers, we get our little plaques, and Jake gets a face tattoo.
Yeah, I will get J Squared Horror tattooed off my fucking forehead.
Hey, mark it, and we'll have this forever, luckily.
Yeah, we will.
Whether it's the audio or the video depends on our equipment. But
yeah.
That's awesome.
You got to do your part, I'll do mine.
What do I have to do? Oh, the fans.
Yeah, the fans.
Yeah, just keep doing what you guys are doing, honestly. We love it.
Or just ramp up what you're doing.
Well, they can't help it. They got to just share us, spread us around.
Yeah, but not too much, too quickly.
No, very quickly. Yeah. I'm trying to see this forehead blasted J Squared horror tattoo ASAP. I already have an artist that'll do it.
So I always wanted a sleeve.
You should do it. I got a half a sleeve.
But at work, I wear polo shirts.
Wear Under Armour.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, just one. Boop, like you're an NFL star.
Yeah, I'm not though.
You got to build.
Yeah, I got the build for it.
You definitely got the build of it.
I got the build for it, guys.
I got the build of a retired pitcher from the 80s.
Yeah, so if the Colts need me, I got you.
Yeah.
I am available.
You really should do a sleeve, though, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it.
You should start half. To go shoulder to elbow.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
My artist already said she'd do it.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, she's dope. Well, anything else you want to add to this little chatty chat?
Chatty chat. Well, I guess I want to say, though, I'm glad that we started doing this podcast.
Dude. For all of you that have been along for the ride of the J Squared Horror Podcast, we kind of found our identity here recently. And when I say we've been having an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. I've worked 12 hours today.
Yeah, this dude put in the work. I worked like 6.
And came home and said, let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah. It's just like, I think it's like midnight now.
Yeah.
I got to be up at 6:45 in the morning. Yeah, guys, we're loving the feedback. We're loving everything about this. We joke, obviously we'd love to blow up, get Jake's forehead blasted with a tattoo gun.
Right here.
But this has been a life-changing, life-altering kind of experience. From chatting with you guys to sitting next to this awesome horror fan every single week.
Yeah.
And really just getting to spread our love and our passion for people getting murdered on screen.
Yeah. I don't know if it says something about us psychologically.
Probably.
That we enjoy that so much.
Yeah, there's probably some therapists out there that are trying to call us.
But hey, it's good entertainment. I like comedy movies.
Yeah.
I like action movies.
Yeah.
I love Die Hard. Good
I love chick flicks.
Do you?
Yep, I really do.
I have a couple I like.
Like a good old rom-com?
Yeah, I like, what's the movie? 27 Dresses?
Dude, ew. Dude, you want to hear mine?
Katherine Heigl?
Want to hear how epic mine is?
I love that movie.
When Harry Met Sally, mic drop.
Yeah, but that's a classic movie, though.
It's the best chick flick of all time.
Bit much, but
no,
it is a very good movie.
This may be a horror podcast, guys. When Harry Met Sally is the best chick flick of all time. I will die on that hill. It's my favorite, dude. I watch it every single New Year's.
Do you?
Every single
year.
Every New Year's. Every New Year's.
Oh, wow.
This episode is taking a turn, boys.
It has taken the turn.
But then what's the point of having a podcast if you can't drop in some chick flicks?
Yeah, because that's the point of a podcast, obviously.
Yeah, you're just supposed to talk and have fun with your buddy.
Yeah, so you thought it's a horror podcast? I don't think so.
Joke's on you. We got 27 dresses when Harry Met Sally coming up. But no, guys, we seriously appreciate all the love and support you guys have given us. Like Jake just said, man, this dude just put in 12 hours of work. We're gonna get to wrapping this episode up. Anything else, man? You've been killing it this episode with questions, man.
Yeah, I'm very inquisitive today. So I guess I have one last question.
Here we go.
All right.
I'm loving this, dude.
If you could
Here we go.
change in any way, shape, or form the Halloween franchise. Now, we're not going to go through all the movies, but so the original 2018 and Halloween Kills. If there's one aspect that you could change that you feel would make it a better franchise, what would it be? And you can't mention the Evil Dies Tonight.
Oh, dude, you suck. This is a fun one. Jake coming in on the week. I'm wearing my Halloween shirt too.
Yeah, usually I don't talk very much, but
Yeah, he's feeling himself tonight, guys.
It's
I'm
my
loving this.
birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
I'm
and
feeling it right now.
This is the Jake episode where he puts Josh on the spot.
Yeah.
All right, I would say with what we've got currently, the one aspect that I would change would be in Halloween Kills.
Okay.
Laurie Strode
Okay.
had more of a part.
Okay.
We can't dive in too much.
Yeah.
But that I wanted more Laurie Strode, and real quickly could go without the supernatural aspect that they're seeming to hint at.
Okay. I'll take that.
All right, Jake. Since you are such a massive Friday the 13th fan, in a few short words,
Okay.
please tell me
Okay.
why Jason X is the best Friday the 13th movie.
In a few short words, it's not. It is the second to worst.
Second to worst.
Yeah.
All right, I got to ask you a similar question, though.
Hold
I
on.
got one.
Guess what the worst is, though?
Part one.
No. The worst, not the best.
I would say... No, I have no idea.
Jason Goes to Hell. Terrible.
Is that after Jason X?
That's before.
He goes to hell, then he goes to space?
Yeah.
Damn, what a traveling monster.
Yeah.
All right, since you asked me about a current running series, movie, I'll ask you the same thing about Scream.
Okay.
Because I feel like you've been a pretty big Scream fan, -3.
Yeah.
What would you change about from Scream to the new ones?
Can't wait for this question. I would have killed off Sidney Prescott.
I love it. I honestly do. I love that
Yeah.
answer. Would Dewey still be alive or would Dewey still die? That's the only thing I'm going to add.
Yeah. I would have killed Sidney in part 3.
You would have killed Sydney in 3 and then kept everything else the same?
Yeah. Because she's not really important to me in part 4. Part 5, she's a nobody. Yeah, kill her in part 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
You heard it from the man himself.
Yeah.
Everybody in the comment section wish Jake a happy birthday.
Yeah. It's my birthday.
18s never look so good. Hey guys, check out our Instagram. All right, it's the J Squared Horror Podcast. There's a link tree in the bio. We do release new content every single Thursday. For all of you new people that pop up on our YouTube, please like and subscribe. For all of you returning fans and even the new ones, hit up the comment section. Let's have some fun. Let's talk. Wish Jake a happy birthday. This has been a blast. This is the J Squared Horror Podcast. My name is Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And you guys have a great one.
Alrighty.